Remember that first peel of wax paper, the mustard hit, the creak of a metal lunchbox? For a long time, the American family table had a cast of sandwich characters you almost never see now. Olive loaf, liverwurst, deviled ham, even the towering Dagwood. Today we're counting down 25 long-lost favorites and asking a simple question. Why did they vanish and which ones deserve a comeback? Let's set the rules so we're fair to your memories. Here's how we picked them. Vanished means these were once normal at home or in lunchboxes, but today are rare at family tables. You can still find a few at old-school delis or regional spots. That's okay. We excluded classics that still thrive, grilled cheese, club, BLT, Reuben. We'll group them by eras to show how tastes changed. Post-war pantry meats, 70s, 80s lunchbox staples, and the 90s convenience fade. We'll also note why they disappeared. Health fears, sodium, nitrates, shifting school rules, changing spreads, or just new trends like wraps and paninis. Ready? We start in the deli era, wax paper, rye bread, and bold flavors, the cold cuts era, 1940s, 60s. Before paninis and artisan baguettes, lunch was simple, cold cuts, spreads, and a lot of trust in the fridge. The lineup started with olive loaf on white, a pink mosaic studded with green olive slices. It was salty on salty, with mustard there to keep it lively. It vanished when shoppers started asking for real ham, thin sliced from a whole roast, and when salt and preservatives became the villains of the weeknight shop. Next up, liverwurst with onion on rye. A grown-up sandwich in a kid world, it was silky, iron-rich, and unapologetically old world. As organ meats fell out of favor, this one faded not because it was bad, but because tastes moved on. Deviled ham spread, a peppery mash from a little paper-wrapped can, was the busy parent's friend. Stir spread done. Fresh deli options and a mystery meat reputation pushed it to the back of the pantry. Pimento cheese sandwiches lived far beyond the South for a while. Sharp cheddar, pimentos, and mayo on soft bread. Then hummus, guacamole, and yogurt dips stole the snack spread spotlight, and the sandwich version fell from the weekday rotation. Bologna with American cheese, folded into that classic smile to fit the bread, was king of the lunchbox for cost alone. As labels got longer and health concerns louder, it went from default to sometimes treat, a wartime hero, Spam with pickle delivered reliable protein and that sweet-sour crunch. Later, when fresh meat was easier to buy, Spam night felt like a throwback many families left behind. Head cheese, a jellied quilt of savory bits, once signaled thrift and respect for the animal. Today, it's a curiosity at best. Beef tongue on rye had deli cred, tender, beefy, sliced thin, with a name that scared kids, and eventually their parents. Egg and olive salad bridged richness and brine but lost ground to lighter lunch trends. Sardine and onion brought big flavor and real nutrition. School no-smell norms and changing habits nudged it out. Chip-chopped ham, especially the Isoles style in parts of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia, was shaved whisper-thin and kissed with sauce. Outside its territory, the sweetness and processing put it out of step with modern preferences. Ham salad, minced leftovers bound with mayo and relish, was a thrifty masterpiece that slowly yielded to supermarket rotisserie chicken and grab-and-go tubs. And then there's the gentle cream cheese and jelly, a Depression-era hug, soft and sweet, that surrendered its lunchbox crown to peanut butter's long run. If you're keeping score, the common theme is this. The refrigerator got better, grocery cases got bigger, and expectations rose. People wanted fresh, leaner, or at least recognizable. Marketing pushed whole muscle roasts. Home cooks followed, and the old spreads, briny, fatty, odd-textured, slipped into quiet retirement. Yet, ask anyone who loved these, and you hear more than taste notes. You hear about a parent on a factory shift, a grandparent with a careful budget, a kitchen timer ticking while the bus idled outside. Those sandwiches were more than flavors, they were time management with a side of identity. They vanished, but not because they failed. They simply belonged to a moment when thrift and convenience wore different clothes. The next act arrives in bright packaging, with cartoon thermoses and playground trades. Welcome to the lunchbox years. The lunchbox era was loud, sweet, and proudly quick. First in line, olive nut cream cheese, a crunchy, salty spread that felt oddly fancy on supermarket white bread. Once ranch dressings and flavored yogurts took over snacking, that combo quietly bowed out. The Fluffernutter, peanut butter and marshmallow fluff, was childhood on a napkin, sticky, sweet, and perfect for trading half a sandwich for someone's chips. As schools tightened sugar and peanut policies, it lost its home table momentum too. Then there was peanut butter and mayonnaise, a southern texture play that older relatives swore by. Most kids didn't. Modern palates voted it off the island. Fried bologna raised a humble slice to sizzling glory, edges cupping in the pan, mustard cutting the richness. Once no-fry cooking and non-stick worries came in, the stovetop ceremony faded. Bologna with potato chips inside felt like a magic trick. Every bite a crunch. But when kettle chips and baked chips became must-have sides, the crunch moved outside the bread. Two salads rounded out the era, tuna with sweet relish and classic egg salad. Both were easy protein, but demanded careful chilling. And both ran afoul of that unwritten law of cafeterias: don't bring a smell. Mercury headlines nudged tuna to the edge. Egg salad became a weekend treat instead of a Tuesday staple. Why did this wave recede? New rules about allergens and aromas played their part, but so did the arrival of a different kind of convenience. Supermarkets and chains began selling sandwiches that felt special without any home effort. Parents chasing speed and fewer lunchtime battles took the offer. By the 90s, the broiler glowed, croissants entered the chat, and grab and go took the crown. The 90s turned weeknights into a race. Chicken salad on a croissant, the version with grapes and almonds, felt like a mini-party, buttery and sweet. Then came calorie counting and crumb fatigue. Turkey roll with Miracle Whip had its moment, but carved turkey and clean label marketing made pressed slices look dated. The cozy tuna melt, broiled at home, edges bubbling, gave way to cafe paninis that delivered the same comfort with trendier bread and less kitchen cleanup. Sloppy Joe's, once a budget superhero thanks to canned sauce, lost to taco night and meal kits that seemed fresher and more customizable. And the wild Dagwood, a skyscraper built just because you could, looked less like dinner and more like a dare in an age of portion control. What changed wasn't love for sandwiches, it was where special lived. Households outsourced it to delis and big coolers near the checkout. Home sandwiches got simpler, the showpieces moved out. Here's my pitch for a comeback. Pick one sandwich you miss and bring it back for a single thoughtful night. Keep the spirit, improve the balance. Thin slice the liverwurst and add a quick bite of vinegar. Make pimento cheese sharp and light. Fry a bologna round in a small pan just long enough to curl, then stack it on toast and eat it while it's still singing. Or go sweet and silly and split a fluffernutter with someone who never had one. Food nostalgia isn't just about taste. It's about who handed you that wax paper packet and what else they were carrying that day. Tell me which one you'd revive and how your family made it. I'll pin the best variations and share a few lightened ideas for busy weeknights. The 90s didn't kill sandwiches, they professionalized them. Supermarkets and cafe chains made special and out-of-home purchase, while homes simplified. Add health messaging and school rules, and the old lineup quietly left the table. Okay, your turn. Which one deserves a comeback dinner? Sandwiches a family history you can hold? Some of these faded for good reasons. Salt, storage, school rules. Others, maybe they're just waiting for a lighter, fresher remix. Comment your comeback pick and how you'd modernize it. Thanks for watching. Now go call someone who made you a sandwich.